Alright, YouTube, I am here with my warrior, my almighty warrior, to bring you a basic, the most basic arms warrior guide that I can ever bring you. Why am I bringing you such a basic guide? That is because I will be soon bringing you all the changes and all the new stuff that is coming up with Panda for the Warriors, because I'm extremely excited for the Warriors next expansion. They're gonna be awesome. So I'm doing this guide because a friend requested me for his friend to watch, and maybe himself too, because he just got a warrior to level 85. So this guide is when you're just setting up your first, not necessarily first, but setting up a level 85 warrior when you just hit level 85. Is that basic. So let's keep this kind of short and sweet. I'm gonna try to keep it short, and yeah, let's go. So warrior guide. I'm gonna go through each of my keybinds and I'm gonna open my macros here. And I'm gonna be going through my macros. I'm naked right now. My warrior is naked right now. I'm not naked. Maybe I am. Who knows? But my warrior is naked right now, so there is some things that I'm not gonna show, like my weapons and my trinket. But I will be going through that as I go. So my number one key, by the way, I have a Razor Naga, so almost all my keybinds are keybinded to the Razor Naga pad, but this can apply to you in some other way. Later in the future, I will be doing a keybinding guide for Razor Naga, Razor Nostromo, normal keyboard, normal mouse and keyboard, all this kind of different weird shit that you can do with your gear that you have. So number one is called Roar. It's a macro. This macro, a really awesome macro that I actually started using Cataclysm. I didn't use it before that. I had no idea. Okay. Oh, by the way, I am kind of a new arms warrior. Back in the day when I played my warrior, I was Fury and Prot all the time. Prot most of the time. Never arms. But Cataclysm came out and I went arms to level up, and I loved it. To level up from 80 to 85, because before that I just leveled up through tanking. Yeah, this is my second warrior. My first warrior that I had up to level 80, I left it in some other realm because I didn't have money to transfer him. So I just completely leveled up this warrior, and I leveled up in like 3 days played, all through tanking. But level 80 to 85 I went arms and I quested because it was faster at the moment, because everyone was sucking in dungeons in the beginning of Cataclysm. So 80 to 85 dungeons were gonna take forever. I just had to quest. So let's not get so sidetracked here. Roar / start attack. This is gonna start your auto attack. Auto attack, it's the most important shit that you can have as a warrior because it gives you rage. Without rage, you can't do shit. So you need to have the start attack all the time. / cancel Aura Blade Storm. This cancels your Blade Storm and makes you charge right away. Very important for when you just use your Blade Storm just to get out of something like a Frost Nova. You just want to get out of that Frost Nova, or you just want to get out of that Deep Freeze. Whatever it is that you don't need to keep Blade Storming, you do it and then you press your charge and it cancels it right away. Cast charge. It casts charge. Simple as that. Then cast Rend. Why put Rend in a different keybind when you can have it in the same keybind that you charge? Now, in Panda, next expansion, Rend doesn't exist anymore. Okay, instead, your Mortal Strike is gonna apply deep wounds. So you need one less keybind, but I didn't have that extra keybind anyway because it was binded with my charge. So, then Blood Fury, because I'm an orc. I don't recommend you put your unused DPS trinket on here, because DPS trinkets are a lot more powerful than Blood Fury. So I'd rather you use it when you need to burst someone down. not whenever you charge on someone. But I put my Black Fury and I put my use 10, which is my gloves, which is my engineering trinket. I put them all in charge, so I just charge and I can do a lot of damage right off the bat. And I don't even use an unused trinket. I'm that bad. I don't even use an unused PvP trinket. I used to when my warrior was a human, but since I'm not human anymore, I don't use an unused trinket. Okay, continuing on. Keybind number 2, Colossus Smash. Smashes a target for 150% weapon damage plus 189. Sounds like nothing. And weakens their defenses. This is important part, allowing you to bypass 100% of the armor. In PvP it's actually 50%. I believe. I am 99% sure that is 50% instead of 100%. But this is really good. I normally use it on cooldown. Always. But sometimes it's important to use it when you need to use it. When you need to burst someone down and just keep up your Sunder armors up instead. I almost never keep up my Sunder's armor. I'm that bad. But it's important to keep your Sunder's armor. Don't just stack him up right away. Stack him up in time. Do a Sunder armor when you have the extra global that you can do, or when you don't have much rage, because this only takes 7 rage. So if you have a little bit of rage and you can't do anything, just hit Sunder armor. It will help out. Okay, so number 3 is Mortal Strike. Mortal Strike is your big hit. You hit hard with this every 4.5 seconds. It's awesome. Use it. It does 188% weapon damage plus more damage. And the most important thing, almost forgot, the most important thing of this skill is that reduces the healing received by 25% for 10 seconds. This is awesome. I hate healing in this game so much, and I love this skill. I love every skill that reduces healing. Next we have Overpower. Now there is a little talent that you have. I'm gonna try to find it, but I'm probably gonna fail at finding it, especially because I can't even open my talent tree because I keep pressing N like a retard. Delete that. Okay, cancel that. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's see. Which one is the one that makes it so you ran? Your bleed effect causes your target to. In addition, your attacks. No, that's not it. Taste for blood increases your overpower critical chance by 60%. In addition, when you ran, ability causes damage. You have a 100% chance of allowing the use of Overpower for 9 seconds. But this will not happen. Will not occur more than once every 5 seconds. So pretty much, you put Ren and you can use this. But your Mortal Strike reapplies or refreshes Ren. So what you do, you're charging, you apply Ren, you hit him with Mortal Strike, or apply Colossus Smash if you want. Hit him with Mortal Strike, then go for Overpower. Dump the rest of your rage with either Slam or a Heroic Strike, depending on how much rage you have. I will go over that in a second. And then start all over. Instead of reapplying Ren, you just do Mortal Strike again, which pretty much reapplies Ren. And you hit Overpower right after that. And Overpower takes no rage, 5 rage. That's nothing. That's nothing at all. Okay, let's continue. Slam. I am spec'd for Slam as well as for Insight. I will go that in a second. Improve Slam. It decreases the swing time on Slam by 1 second and increases its damage by 20%. Now, I am very happy that next expansion, this actually doesn't have a swing time, because that swing time is annoying sometimes. When people are kiting you, or they're kinda kiting you, but you're still kinda in melee range, that swing time can fuck you over and you cannot get that hit through. This is gonna be instant next expansion, so not swing time, and it hits like a truck. It hits so hard. It hits harder than now. It's awesome. Okay, let's read it. Because it's 196% weapon damage and more. That's cool. Use this to dump your rage when you have less than 50% rage. Meaning like do it once in between, like do a mortal strike plus an overpower plus a slam when you don't have that much rage. When you have lots of rage, we're gonna go to the next one. It's called execute. Okay, this macro right here, come to my macro window, look at my macro window. This macro, it's execute plus heroic strike. Okay, why? Because both of those, I don't use them all the time. I use them pretty much to dump rage or to kill someone. Okay, this together, in my opinion, when you're gonna kill someone, when they're really low in health and you're gonna kill them, it's so much better than just having execute alone, in my opinion. I've seen that I get so many more killing blows by having this together. And while people are not so low in health, when enemies are not so low in health, you're not gonna be using execute because it's not gonna be procced, because you can only use this skill on targets under freaking A. Let's see, spells. Is this in Fury or in Arms? It's probably in Fury. Yeah, I was right, in Fury. Hey, who's this guy? Get out of my freaking video, guy. Okay, execute. Attempts to finish up a wounded foe. Oh, here, only use an enemy has 20% health or less. So pretty much all throughout a fight, you're not gonna be using that, or that's not gonna be able to be used. So you instead you're gonna go straight to use heroic strike. Now you wanna use heroic strike instead of slam when you have lots of rage. Meaning, let's say you're 100 rage. It happens sometimes. It happens actually quite often. It happens that you are full in rage. What the hell are you gonna do? Simple. Just hit this and then hit your slam, and you're gonna be like half rage. And then by the time you hit your closest match and your mortal strike, you're gonna be at like 20 rage, and then you're gonna be able to restart your normal, we could say, rotation of mortal strike plus overpower plus slam. I say we could say rotation because on my warrior, no matter if I'm playing prot or if I'm playing arms, I normally hit whatever the hell comes on cooldown, and that's how I feel with it, and I love it. I love having like pressing every freaking button that I can at the same time. That's pretty much what I do, but I kind of like order it in my head a little bit better. Like, I don't know, warriors come with passion. If you don't have passion, you can't be good in the warrior. Kind of the same thing in the rogue. Because rogues, see how my rogue, I'm alright with my rogue, but since I don't care that much about rogues, because I feel like a pussy playing a rogue. No offense to any rogues out there. I just don't like to stealth around and appear and poke your ass for like 5 seconds and then disappear again. It's fun, but I would rather play a warrior and just fuck everyone up on their face than on their ass. Okay. But I completely forgot what the hell I was talking about. So let's continue on. Number 7, it's my trinket, my PvP trinket. 13. So if I go here to my character page and I equip my trinket, which is somewhere right here. 390. Is that it? 390? I haven't got a better one. Okay. 390. It appears right there. So whatever I put right there is gonna appear in that keybind. Okay, so I can use the same keybind for like PvE if I had a PvE set. Like I have my mirror broken images, which is extremely old trinket. You should not be using it if you're a tank. Don't be like me. Upgrade your trinket. I never upgrade my trinkets. Okay, so I can use this trinket by pressing that if I put my PvE gear on. So this is a really good macro to have, and I just have it on my general macros because it's actually a general macro. I use it for all my classes and all my specs. It doesn't have to be your PvP trinket. It can also be an unused trinket. So that's a really good macro, and anyone I think should have that macro. That way they don't have to be changing their trinket over all the time. They just put it on whatever gear set they have on. That's their trinket. Make sure you put the same trinkets on the same one. Trinket number 1 is use 13, and trinket number 2 is use 14. So make sure you always put in your unused trinket in whichever you make, 13 or 14. Okay, I have 14 because I have a human. I still do have a human, and I probably will have a human again. But yeah, so 14 I use it on my unused trinket on my human, because 7 is my human trinket. Okay, continuing on, number 8 is a macro, and I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people say this is lazy macro, this is stupid macro, you should not have this macro. Okay, people say don't combine 2 defensive cooldowns in one macro, it's stupid. So come on my, look on my macro window right here. Okay, right here we have Rallying Cry, which is a defensive cooldown. Rallying Cry gives you 20% extra health for an amount of time. I'm not gonna go into how long it is because I don't care right now. Then Berserker Rage. What's Berserker Rage for, you say? Berserker Rage is just so you can enter a Berserker Rage, removing and granting immunity to fear, sap, and incapacitating effects, and causing extra rage regeneration when taking damage. What happens when you enter Berserker Rage? You are enraged, and in order to use enraged regeneration, you what does it say? You generate 30% of your health. Can only be used while enraged. So if you're not enraged, you're fucked. You can't use this. So this makes it for sure that you will use it. Now you say, but why would you waste Berserker Rage? Berserker Rage is a 30-second cooldown. It's not that big of a deal. That's why I put it there. It's really not that big of a deal. Some people say, oh, I'd rather have it in a different button anyway, because sometimes I am already enraged. But you know what? Number 8 is my panic button. If you put this on your panic button, you're gonna just wanna press that shit when you're dying. You're not gonna be thinking of anything else unless you're like Clinda or something like that. Okay. Then you cast Enraged Regeneration, which gives you health, heals you. But why combine Rallying Cry with Enraged Regeneration? Because Rallying Cry increases your maximum health. And read this. You generate 30% of your total health over 10 seconds. So you heal yourself even more because you have more health at that moment. So it's an even stronger healing, and even more strong, or even stronger than stronger. It's this talent right here called Field Dressing. Increases all healing received by 6%, and the effectiveness of self-healing by additional 20%. So it's even stronger. This is an extremely strong cooldown when combined with Rallying Cry. Now, Rallying Cry by itself, in my opinion, is shit. It's horrible. But combined with Enraged Regeneration is awesome. Let's continue on. Pummel. Pummel is your interrupt. 10-second cooldown. Have your interrupts in your interrupt keybind. Have a keybind for your interrupt. When I used to use my keyboard for my keybinds, my interrupts was always C, or if I had 2 interrupts, it was C and Shift C. And if I had 3 for some reason, it was C, Shift C, and V. Okay, I'm not gonna go through keybind setups and such. For now, I'm just reading off my skills. Then we have another macro called AOE. This macro is your Bladestorm. You show Bladestorm, so you can see Bladestorm right there. Then you cast everything. You use your Blood Fury, your Trinket, or your Engineering Trinket. But if you have an unused Trinket and the Engineering Trinket, put your unused Trinket before the Engineering Trinket, because you can only use one of those at a time. So, yeah, the unused Trinket is, I would hope that you have an unused Trinket that is better than the Engineering Trinket. So put it before the Engineering Trinket. And still keep the Engineering Trinket there in case your unused Trinket is on cooldown. That way you still have a little extra damage. Then Sweeping Strikes, which will make it so you hit people twice. So your Bladestorm is like twice as more powerful. And then cast Bladestorm. And that's it. And you do Bladestorm. That's all you do. You want me to show you? I'm not going to. Okay. Then we have boost. Boost is an engineering thing, so I'm not gonna go talk about it. You just boost. That's it. And I have used that on firework just in case I have him, so I can dump him. This is also a general macro for all those that have engineering several characters. So this is your rocket boost. You just boost for like 500% speed for like 5 seconds. It's incredible, but sometimes it fails and it takes you down to like 30% health, and it's ridiculous. I don't know why the fuck they would do that. Why the hell would they make such an awesome thing so stupid at the same time? But it's still worth it, in my opinion. Then we have spell reflection. Spell reflection raises your shield, reflecting the next spell cast on you, and it lasts 5 seconds. You could macro this with equip your shield on one-hander, but I'd rather have my own keybind in this expansion. Next expansion is gonna be different, but I'm not gonna talk about it. In this expansion, I have this macro right here. Look on the bottom left. It's called triple X because I couldn't think of anything better. Oh, and I like to fit my names in the icons too. That's why they're all like little names and random stupid shit. Okay, but this macro here, you can pass it here and copy this shit. This took me a while to figure out how to freaking do it. Actually, it took me a long time. So what it does, it says in the first 4 rows, it says equip to hand. That means that's still in the game. If I have a two-hander equipped, equip this and this. So you put right after, right here where I'm selecting, you put the name of your one-hander, and then on the second one you put the name of your shield. You just shift click it. All you have to do is just shift click it while you have this window open, and then you just do slash equip your two-hander. And what is that gonna do? Watch. Two-hander, one-hander shield, two-hander, one-hander shield, two-hander. Okay, simple as that. This is not short anymore. Doesn't matter. Maybe I'll make it part 1, part 2. Probably not.